It's hilarious how when you go up a size, everything gets bigger. Like you're just like cartoonishly hulking out. I love a retro drop sleeve, but nobody's shoulders are this wide. My wingspan. Let's be real here.
We're dressing Shaquille O'Neal exclusively, actually.
Yes, sorry. This is a Shaq exclusive environment and conversation.
Welcome to the closet.
Oh my God, this rules. Oh, a fag lives here.
Yes, yes. I wonder who it is. DJ, your comedy and your clothes have inspired me for forever.
Everybody in here is my submissive.
Hey, Frankie, come over here. You love me dead? Get the over here.
And I figured if I could surround myself with your personal items, maybe I could deepen my understanding of not only how to be non-binary, but also how to look good. So, if you could describe your style in your own terms, how would you do that? What would it be?
Ooh, okay. It would be upscale, playful, masculine sleaze.
Ooh.
The upscale part is I love to play with formal wear, specifically like taking a suit and having it tailored.
Didn't push, I didn't hide. I was true the whole
When you
time.
feel like you're dressed your best, you feel your best. That's a lesson that I've learned as someone who used to really dread clothing shopping for gender and for size reasons, and ultimately I've come to absolutely love clothes and fashion, partially inspired honestly by my mom, who's always turned to look as long as I can remember. As I've gone further into my non-binary journey, I do a little bit more playfulness, you know, like the sparkly pink nails
Love
or
it.
a
I'm matching. Enjoying
Yes!
Yeah.
There are gay people in this house tonight.
You know, and I said no. And I said
keep
no.
the homosexuals out of my set.
No, they always get in.
And then masculine sleaze is, I think, like taking the fun elements of traditional masculinity that are often like really representative of like the tough guys and playing with that. Things like the chain that I'm wearing right now, it's a carabiner clasp. It really evokes dyke. I want it to be a signifier to other queer people. This toque, imagine I take this off, my skull's exposed. It's the perfect tiny toque, like fuckboy toque.
Definitely borrowing from the wardrobe of the worst guy you knew in high school,
Exactly.
but making it chic.
This is where the Tony Soprano of it all comes in, you know? Shimmery, shiny material.
And what a fashion king to be entering.
Yes.
He has some good shirts.
Absolutely.
He has some real good shirts.
Gender goals.
The mafia.
We love the mafia.
We love you guys so much.
We love the mafia. Yes.
It's Toque City.
Duke City. I think that getting the two bumps is sort of giving pussy hot realness.
Yeah. It's a little 2016. It's a little post-election.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
It just kind of,
absolutely.
I didn't even plan to do that. Your gender journey and that journey as it pertains to fashion, what does your mom think of it?
She was the first person I told that I wanted to get top surgery to.
Oh, wow.
And she said, oh, like how someone might get a boob job to like feel more like themselves, you want to get top surgery to feel more like yourself. And I was like, yeah, what?
How would-
Literally what?
Wait.
Yes.
There
Huh?
have been decades of like queer theory trying to communicate some of these ideas on her first, this is like the first thing she's
And here's
saying.
the thing, like my mom is very progressive. I was lucky to grow up in a very like liberal household, but you know, she's a cis straight woman who only recently entered her beep, we're not gonna say her age.
Yep.
She does it because she's 25. So we don't
Of
even
course,
need to say her
absolutely.
age.
She's 25 and you're 4.
Yeah, and I'm 4 and
Yeah.
I'm this many.
Yeah.
But she's not someone who would naturally have access to this kind of education, and she just fucking got it. Which is why I'm like, there's no excuse for anybody else.
When it comes to the journey of getting top surgery, what kind of pushed you over the edge to really locking into that decision?
Yeah, it started feeling what some of my moments of dysphoria that I have felt, strangely enough, was not like seeing my naked body, it was more being clothed. It was seeing the silhouette that would be considered traditionally feminine. It was tugging at clothing, tugging at bra straps. It physically felt uncomfortable. Like if you had a rock in your shoe. I feel like an experience that a lot of non-binary people have is that all of their clothes post-top surgery suddenly look magically better, which I do feel is the case.
Yeah.
Like wearing overalls with no shirt underneath hits different with no boobs. Feels good, man.
Ooh.
Feels good.
From afar, it looks like elegant, tasteful, like simple.
And yet,
And then you get
bam, which too can be elegant, simple,
Yes.
and very tasteful.
You wrote the wonderful film Prom Dates.
I did.
Tomorrow's prom and we don't have dates. I got a Brazilian, Hannah. I don't even know what that is. Did you know you have hair in your butthole?
It was interesting to get to revisit this idea of prom with the movie at this point in my life when prom was specifically like, if you can perform this American prom well, then like you've done a good job.
Right.
And to do that, I performed femininity. Like that was when I went through a period of my life where I was in massive pursuit of being thin. It was when my horse girl hair was at its horsiest.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Nay, nay, nay.
Yeah, nay. Ultimately, a really cool moment was on the prom dates red carpet, getting to wear a suit. It's kind of like neat to draw a line between those two experiences. And I think the journey of a gender nonconforming person, or at least my journey, is you go from being so invested in what other people are accepting you as to accepting yourself, and everyone else can suck a fat one. You know?
A real thing.
And Shakespeare said that too.
Yes.
By the way.
It's in the book, Macbeth.
Suck a fat one is huge. Macbeth says, out damn spot and suck a fat one.
If you don't know how America is right now, bad, an outwardly transphobic regime
Yes.
right now, how do you interface with a society that's that outright dangerous?
I'm a US citizen by consular birth abroad, which means that being a citizen, I'm able to, I feel, embody more things that are comfortable with my gender identity without the risk of a visa being revoked or being deported for literally no reason, which is something America loves to do. It's bleak, it's bad, and I would say specifically trans women are under attack, let alone trans women of color, trans indigenous women, like trans black women in America. Trump like fucking marks half of his shit on how he's going to eliminate them. I mean, one of the things that I feel grateful about of my own like being mass presenting and being a big person was at this protest at the Children's Hospital, of course the police showed up and they kept trying to approach a trans woman who was on the mic, and just being someone who's big, it allows me to just like step in between and literally just like let my body go slag because I'm harder to move, I'm harder to get through. There are really beautiful ways that we as trans people can perform masculinity and femininity that are the greatest things about those gender expressions. I think an element of masculinity is protection. In a capitalist society, there will always be someone who falls into the bottom, who needs a voice, and there will always be people who are ready to take that up.
Is trans joy resistance for you?
100%. There are so many elements of society that attempt to impede the daily life of marginalized groups. And so as much as we have to fight, we have to party, we have to have fun, because we're gonna have to face it no matter what. May as well get our own kicks. What left is there to do but laugh, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bleak.
A little bit. little bit.
Little bit.
No, we're good. We're gonna win.
Because we're just trying to fucking do what we want to do, and it's other people who are impeding that. So, yeah, you got to keep doing it.
I love that. Protest by day, party by night.
Yes.
DJ, thank you so much for joining me in the closet.
My pleasure. Happy to be back.
Yes, we're here forever.
We're here forever. I do live in America.
Oh, yeah. Yikes.
Yikes.